Sorry, hold on. My mic is trying to trip. Oh, but I missed you guys, and I know you guys missed us. But Dynasty Sports Network is in the building. Big Willie Styles, Wise Man Kaz, DC1.
What up, Joe?
What
up,
shortly, but we had to come back with you guys because this was a special occasion. Of course, over the past weekend, we experienced some greatness going on in the city with none other than the NFL draft. Man, it was such a grand experience, man. Fellas, man, let the people know what it was like this past weekend during the NFL draft weekend experience, my brothers. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Wise
Man. So me and Big Willie Styles were here. We went down Thursday and Friday, and when I tell you, man, the atmosphere was electric. Everything, man. Listen, Detroit cleaned up. Like, man, you didn't see no trash nowhere, man. Like, the city looked beautiful first and foremost. So shout out to everybody that was a part of that. Also, man, just the experience itself, man. If you didn't get down there, you definitely missed out big time because the atmosphere was electric. Big Sean performed, and we actually bumped into him Thursday and Friday. He shut it down, man. Detroit, just stand up. It was so happy to see us and Detroit shine, and it just made me real proud to be from here, man. I don't know. I could just talk about it forever, man. Like, it was like an overwhelming experience, but like I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, man. It was definitely dope. So Green Bay next year, we there.
Bucket. Absolutely, man. You spot on, man. Wise, man. Definitely.
Yeah, but I don't think Green Bay is going to get it like how we got it, man.
No, dog.
No. Green Bay is not even the city. First of all, it's a little small ass town. They ain't got nothing on us. But man, I always say, man, that the whole entire draft experience, man, everybody, whether you was diehard football fans or average football fans or non-football fans, everybody and their family came out, showed love to the city of Detroit, whether you came from across the country, whether you just, you locally live out here, you know what I'm saying, drove out here. Over 700,000 people showed out in our city, man, to show love, man. Like I said, it's been a great, wonderful experience, for fans, all type of different activities, restaurants, all that, for people all over the world to come out here to experience this draft, this experience of our city that we love, that we grew up and raised from, you know what I'm saying? So this has been a great experience, being with you guys, Dynasty Sports Network, D313XP guys, also everybody, man, showing love. The national media coming out showing love, man. It was definitely great, man, to spending, the draft experience with you guys, man. And also, too, right quick before Big Will, I let you take over, man. Man, you guys being interviewed by Channel 4, Mara McDonald, man, definitely, man. It's going to be coming up, so make sure y'all take a look at it as well, man. Shout out to you guys, man, being interviewed by Local 4 News, man. So, I see you on. Yes, I was wilding out all weekend. Yes, I was. I was wilding out, calling all them Cowboys fans. Yes, I was.
Jets fans, baby. Can't forget about the Jets fans.
Yeah, call them Jets fans out, too. Take it over, Big Willie Styles.
Indeed. So, if y'all looking on the screen, this is our experiences, day 1 and day 2. And listen,
you sound choppy, my boy.
Much as I love being down there, it took a war on my body, for real.
Oh my God.
It's choppy. Hold on, let me.
No. You clear now. You clear now. You good.
My internet provider acting. We good now? Okay.
Yeah,
my internet provider is trying to act up on me. But anyway, I'm just saying, like being down there, experience was great. Interacting with the people from out of town was awesome. Listen, all of them had great things to say about the city, about how it, how it was represented and everyone was being nice and friendly. And it was just that type of atmosphere. There was no craziness going on whatsoever. And that was the main thing that, people was worried about, but none of that went on, man. It was just good people having good fun, a bunch of sports fans out there enjoying themselves, enjoying the atmosphere. Now, the weather, it was pretty cool. The first 2 days, it was pretty cool being down there. So you had to dress appropriately, and then also with your feet where you had to dress appropriately. Because I know my guy over here, he was suffering a little bit.
Man, listen, that walk and all that stuff. Look, day one, Thursday, we down there 16 hours. That's a long time for a big fella to be on his feet.
It definitely was. It definitely was a long time. Now, being down there, what other things that you can say that really stood out for you being down there? We're going to start with day one. Let's go with day one.
Day one, my biggest thing was like DC was saying, man, it's just like kicking it with fans from out of town. Like they were like super cool. We got the chance to highlight my man's Captain Pack Sparrow. He was like a character, but Packers or what have you. So like that was dope in itself, man. Just hanging out with other teams and whatnot. And it's kind of like a worldwide thing that everybody hates the Cowboys. So that was beautiful to see. Like no matter what they did, they got booed everywhere they went, man. It was beautiful. The festivities and everything that they had set up, the 40-yard dash, the vertical jump, the food, of course, the brews, like just the experience itself, man. Like I said, it was top notch. And then, man, your boy Big Willie was definitely on Channel 4 News at 11 o'clock on Thursday. On Saturday. What was it? No, Friday night.
Friday night. It was day two where we got interviewed. We got that interview. They didn't show it in full. But we, of course, we had people recording around us to be able to see that interview. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the day one and day two activities that we was embarking in during that time frame. But for me, like you said, the atmosphere was so amazing. It was a great thing to be a part of. Watching, watching the draft from where we were, like the stage, man. That stage was built amazing,
massive.
And the people that was, all around. Now it was listen, if you claustrophobic, that wasn't the place for you, man, for real. Because
claustrophobic, anxiety, that ain't it.
It's not it. But just being around like other sports fans, it does make you want to listen. I would love to go travel around and go to these other cities, because I don't think no other city is gonna do it like how we did, especially with the numbers that we did. If you look at the numbers, you will see we did our damn thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So while we here, listen, we want to give our shout outs, man. Of course, 0-16, our brother was rocking with us downtown, man. Scrub Softball, appreciate you, man. Nate the Great, what's going on with you? Alex, man, listen, Alex ran into us downtown. What up, though?
Yeah. What up, Alex?
Yeah,
we
got
some.
We flicked some pics with our boy. He came through in the clutch, man. It was hanging with us for a hot second, man. So we appreciate you for rolling down those, man. It was a great experience, both day one and day two. Now, there wasn't too much foolishness going on, except we had one little incident that we had where we were trying to get us something to eat, where we had a individual down there sitting down smoking on his homemade crack pipe.
Hey, buddy had his legs crossed, man. He was in his zone. Who saw him? Like,
I think he was upset the fact that they was kicking him out where he usually be posted at. So he was a little deterred, but he sat there and fired up his little crack rock in that in that tin can that he made for himself. But that was the weirdest thing we seen down there. Was like just blatantly out in the open, just sit down, listen, I'm about to do this. I don't care what anybody say.
Wish y'all could have seen how casual he was. Like he was just lighting a cigar or something. Like it was. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. It didn't take a lot to blow me away, Jack.
Shout out to Novas. Yeah, Novas was down there with us the second day, of course.
Nomi J.
Nomi J. So yeah, we experienced it. So we're gonna start off with this. Are we talking? Might as well go ahead and get into day one and go with our, what we talking about as far as what we feel about the day one pick that we did, and that was none other than Terrion Arnold. Now we did trade with the Dallas Cowboys to move up to get him. So Wise Man, I want you to go into a little bit of details on what the experience was like once that trade happened and then the pick came about.
All right, so first and foremost, like I said, the experience definitely was dope, man. But what happened, like, we're in the midst of the crowd or whatnot. So at this point, we beat, like, feet on fire, legs on fire, backs on fire. Like, ready to go at this point. So then we see the Cowboys on the clock and they ticking down. And now we hate them even more because why y'all taking all day? Then they traded. And it's like everybody was, like, sitting on the ground the whole. It was just like, man, like the wave just came up. Everybody standing up. It got insanely loud. And when the actual pick came up, Terry and Arnold, man, we lost our minds, bro. It was, again, an amazing experience. The lights was going off, fireworks was going off, like. And when that kid came out, he was so humble and so happy to be here. And he was just on stage, like, man, I'm home, and that meant something to me because it's like for once, people are actually happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope to me.
Yeah, it definitely was, and it was a pick that a lot of people, he was on top of a lot of draft boards, not just for us, but a lot of other teams. And the fact that he was still sitting there, and of course, Brad started cooking and made the way. It shows that Brad really heard a lot of the murmurs that was going on about the secondary and what was going on this past season, and they went ahead and addressed that on night one by drafting Terrion Arnold. So, DC, you got some information about your guy right here, Terrion Arnold? You got some details.
I actually looked at a couple of Alabama games this year. He of course, Alabama's defense was the best this past season. We all know that, but he was one of the best defenders out there. Saying he showed his versatility. He showed he can, he play covers very well. He's going to continue to he fit perfect for this Lions team. He's going to fit very well with this Lions team. And I think, that the coaching staff is going to put him in a great position to him to be successful and to help this secondary. So the highlights that I've seen like I said, a couple games I've seen when Alabama watched the whole entire game, how he's physical, how he's versatile, and he can read offense, read the quarterback, where to go, where to be at, know where his spots is at all times. He's gonna fit very well with this team.
Now,
do you feel like he would be a day one starter? Is the question.
It's a remain to be seen. He got to show not only just the preseason. He got to show in these off season, OTAs. He got to show out. He got to wow the coaching staff. Like, we have to see more. That is he going to beat out we know he ain't gonna beat out Kirby Joseph and the guys. Can he beat out the second string secondary? Can he beat those guys out? That's going to be the question it's going to come down to.
What you feel about that, Wise Man?
Man, I think Terrion is your day one starter. I think you're going to kick down and meet Robinson, put him in that nickel situation. The Lions already said that Branch is going to be playing more of the high safety role, if you will. But like I said, you got so many pieces now, and we have addressed the biggest concern that was on our team. Like, we was getting torched through the air last year. And so now we added, some lockdown cover guys that can play man to man and, pretty decent in zone, and they're surefire tacklers. They won't smoke. So I feel like now AG can get so creative with his defense, you know what I'm saying? Because you got so many pieces of the puzzle. So, like, I feel like Terrion, day one, he going to start on the opposite side of Davis.
It's a strong possibility. I mean, you traded up to draft him. You want him to be able to showcase himself. But the thing about it with me, with them drafting them at that position and the guys that they got in the offseason with Amik Robertson and with Carlton Davis, also if Emmanuel Mosley come back healthy, there's no pressure on this kid to come in and have to perform right away. And not needing to be able to be exposed right away. So, you know, he can come in, learn. It doesn't have to be at a rapid pace. If he catches on quickly and it shows himself, prove himself to be able to be a starter, then that's a plus and a favor for the Lions as well as for the kid coming in. So look forward to seeing this guy in training camp this upcoming season. On behalf of the Detroit Lions and the Detroit Lion fan base, as well as Dynasty Sports Network, Terrion Arnold, we welcome you to the city. We welcome you to the Pride. Go Lions, go Blue, baby.
Welcome home, big dog.
That's right.
Now, we got to get into day 2. Now, day 2 of experience. Wise man, we kind of changed it up a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, we wasn't marching like we was day 1. Day 1, it was just like, all right, we got to go here, we got to go there, we got to go here, we got to see this, we got to do that. Nah, Friday, we was like, look, we going to game plan this time because we old. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to be old. So, man,
feet burning like a motherfucker, too.
Man, we got there kind of early. So we just, we got in, we ate, kind of sat out a little while. And then we found us a real nice spot that we got all the traffic, like, between Campus Martians and Hart Plaza. We had a nice little section where we were at, and we just kind of hung out there for a few hours. We was just messing with Cowboys fans, Jets fans, so that was dope. But yeah, it's just like, all right, now we got the game plan. We got to do this way different than what we did day 1. So Friday was definitely a lot better, a whole lot better. A little chillier too. It was a little colder Friday.
It was a mix. I would say it was a mix of, because there was spots where it was warm and there was spots where the wind gusted, but that's being down there on the water, of course. You're gonna feel that, and of course this is the moment where we were getting interviewed by Channel 4. They was asking us questions and everything. So like I said, you go to our page, you better see the full interview of us, me and Wise Man Kaz getting interviewed down there at. And people were approaching us to be able to take pictures, to be able to speak with us, because like we was showing up and showing out and making sure that we made ourselves well known, with the drip and the swag we had going on. I gotta say this though. The star of the show, of course, was that championship belt. I can't lie. It wasn't us. It was the belt. It was the belt. Mm-hmm. The belt was the star of the show. They wanted to come to see us. They was really coming to see the belt. That is right. It was the belt. But we enjoyed ourselves tremendously during that day. Like I say, it was a lackadaisical day. I would say this also. If you really know your boy, you're going to understand. Listen, I'm going to take me a nap.
This month.
Hey, this joker was taking naps under trees.
Bro, trees, bro. Under trees.
He didn't care.
Hey, trees next to buildings. Listen, we down there for 8 to 12 hours. Yeah. Please believe I'm going to take my old man nap somewhere, get myself rejuvenated, and I found the spot. So it was a 32-minute nap. Exactly a 32 goddamn minute nap. I'm shocked y'all didn't flick me up and take photos and pictures of me laying down up under there, because that was that was crazy.
I'm so tired, man. That was too much energy to even look and put my phone in that direction, even see what you were doing. I just looked up. I said, "Man, this boy laying in motion and leaves."
Mm-hmm.
But it was well needed, and listen, it was so clean down there. Listen, you could lay anywhere. Like, you see a lot of people sitting in the grass, laying in the grass. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like that. It was really that park atmosphere. Like you go to the park, sit in the grass, sitting in the chairs, sitting in the swings. It was just such an amazing feeling for the city that, man, listen, the people enjoyed, coming down here from Canada, from Green Bay, from the international people that came from across the pond, if you would say, and they really had great things to say about the city. And a lot of times when we did conduct some interviews with other fans, and all of them was saying, listen, the media did not do y'all justice on this city. This city is amazing. And it just shows that the amount of work that's been put into the city over the last 7 to 8, 10 years to rebuild and refine and showed that we're worthy, and that's what we did this weekend by breaking the record and having over 700,000 people this weekend. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey man, the Steelers fans was out there, the Cowboys fans was out there. We saw a lot of our rivals, the Bears fans, they came out pretty deep as well. Like I say, man, it was just such an amazing atmosphere. It was just a real good look.
It definitely was. Now, day 2, like I said, we came in, had our experience, but it was time for the draft. And with the 61st pick, the Lions drafted in the second round your man Ennis Rakestraw Jr. Now, DC going at it for another cornerback. What was your feel about that?
It's more of a, we need to continue to have depth in our secondary. We like I say, our secondary was, it's been banged up, not playing well. We want to make sure we had depth in our secondary. So I love this move, to build on it, especially the younger guys coming in, they can learn from our veterans of, Kirby Josephs and Carlton Davis and, Amik Robinson and those guys. These guys, could show these young guys get drafted here could show they could get an opportunity to play. So I love Ennis Rakestraw Jr. I didn't watch a lot of Missouri games, but he looked at some of the highlights that he had. He's a dog. He's a dog, and he's another guy like Terry Arnold we talked about earlier. These two guys are some dogs. He can cover very well. The only thing I'm a question about, can he stay healthy? Can he stay healthy? And that's the only question, his durability. But otherwise, I think he's going to be fine, just like Terry Arnold will be.
Mm-hmm. Wise man, what was your feel? Because I know you kind of questioned it a little bit, but you kind of got better with as the day go on. So I want you.
So when it initially was announced, I'm like, why did we double down on it? But again, you got the worst pass rush in the league last year. You know what I'm saying? And that was like a real big thing. You got a guy from Minnesota, Mullins, torched us twice for 400 yards, both times he played us. So I get doubling down on it. And I'm okay with it. I watched a lot of film of this kid, man. Like, again, feisty. He won't smoke, great man guy. And he brings that attitude as well. And
watch this. Boom. Woo. Wise man must got a call coming in.
Yeah, he must got a call.
For me, I would say, yeah. For me, I would say with Ennis, the fact that he's coming down type of cornerback, that's a hitter. So definitely for a hot second when I seen the pick, I was like, okay, because they really want to address the secondary for sure. Because like I said, they heard the cries of the fans, and seeing what we went through the second half of last season, not only with the secondary play, but we also had to count, injuries. We got to count for injuries as well. So getting these two young guys, I can see they're looking towards them being CB1 and CB2 of the future. But this is another guy that's not going to be called in to be having to start right away. Now, if he comes in and learn and be productive, will he challenge for that second cornerback spot? Will he challenge for that, backup nickel or backup CB1, CB2 option? It's good to have depth in the secondary, and that's what it showed with them drafting this pick. Ennis Rakestraw Jr., man, his highlight stands out. Now, the one thing that people would say about him that kind of turned people off was his 40 time. Of course, in the combine, he ran like a 4.55. But if you listen to the professionals, the guys who really know the sport, they say his instincts shows up more than that, with the combine numbers would tell. So definitely a great pick by Brad Holmes. definitely something that we're gonna look forward to seeing, and I hope that he be productive in the secondary. So I would say this: Enos Rakestraw Jr. Welcome to the city, boy. What up, though?
What up, though?
Welcome to the Pride. Welcome to the Detroit Lions. We appreciate you, man. Best of luck and best of wishes to you.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the D, baby.
Listen. What I'm going to do is, we got some people in this live today, man. Because so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share the link. I want you guys to come in, man. Click on the link, man. Tell us your experience. If you were down there, if you seen us down there, if you was with us, if you wasn't with us, come on in, man, and share this experience with us today, man. Because this is a celebration. And we're going to celebrate, man. So you guys can come in. You're more than welcome to pop in. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what's going on. DC, man, you ran down on some ops down there, man. We got some video of you, man, down there. You was cutting up, man. What's up?
Hey, man, listen, man, just being down there, man, it was just fun. Yeah. And before I'm going to get to that, from day 2, I'm going to say this. I want to apologize for the ones that I wore my Eagles hat, I wore my Eagles jersey. But the reason I did that is damn better. I shouldn't have known better. But see, I had this reason for it because I wanted to call out all these Cowboys out because you know how much I hate the Cowboys. I want to call them out so bad. Now the Jets one, that was just fun, just having a little fun. But I want to call them Cowboys out so bad. And it's just because I can't stand that nauseated fan base in the world. But I want to apologize to that. Yes, I know better. I should have known better. I should have left that at home. Yes, I should have left that up. But it won't happen again when I'm around DSN. I'll just put it that way. So, but I was cutting up, man. Like I said, man, just having fun, just being down there. Day 1, just before I met with y'all guys, man, it was just, it was so surprising. Like, Valley Sports, came up, and I was just like, just showing out, just having a good time, man, and, hey, that happened, man. Just showing the passion of the fan base of this, this draft experience. So it just, I don't know. It just had a moment, man, bro. I mean, it went viral. Everybody, my family, co-workers, everybody. It just, man, it's crazy.
I will say this. Everybody was joining in on the festivities of ragging on and booing the Cowboys. So you could get away with that one because every time we sparked that conversation, the Cowboy, haters, they all joined in. So shout out to them, man. Shout out D-Mac, man. What's going on, brother?
D-Mac.
With us. Oh, we got Wise Man back. Listen.
My bad. I was having some technical difficulties. My apologies, people.
You back on time. Listen, we got our guy, man, Nomus J, D313XP. What's going on with you, fam?
What up, though, fellas? What up, though?
Now, our guy, I got to say this. First day, he couldn't make it down there. And we got tired of him whining and crying about he not being able to make it down there. So we found a way for him to come down on Friday to kick it with the crew, man. And he had himself a time, man. So go ahead, man. You was able to get your experience and all. So let the people know how you felt while you were down there.
Well, for starters, I don't know about whining and crying. Just because a guy has some tears going down his face, that don't mean crying. But anyway, that don't mean nothing. But just saying.
Hold on, Nomus. You forgot something right quick before you say something, brother. Where's your goddamn Modelo and cheeses? Where's your damn Modelo and cheeses, brother?
Modelo and cheeses.
You know what? I didn't buy any. The Modelo's already gone, but I didn't buy any cheeses, unfortunately, because the last time I bought 2 boxes, they was gone like almost 2-3 days, and I knew I had a problem. So I just took a break. Anyway,
go ahead, man.
So with that being said, I should kick your butt too, Daryl, because you made me and Cole Owen walk around like a couple $2 chips around the whole downtown city area just to come get to y'all where we was located at. And we I could have linked up with y'all sooner, but man, anyway, The experience was fun, bro. I gotta say, the experience down there was fun. I would have been damned if I didn't come down there at one point in time of this draft, man. I couldn't be the only lane not down there. You had to be down there. I think it was, if you didn't try to go down there, at least try. I think it was like in your spirit as a Detroiter to be down there. When can we say we had the NFL draft? You know what I'm saying? Like, the last big event we had was like the Final Four. And you know, just to me, the part was us just trolling. By the way, I'm not apologizing to anything involving the Cow or the Jets or anything involving Aaron Rodgers. So I'm not apologizing for nothing. They can be butthurt. You know what I'm saying? I was there for all the smoke, clearly. But like I said, man, the picks. I want to go over that real quick. No, I feel like with Terrion, you got a petty cornerback. Like, he's petty as hell. And with Ennis, I really like him because of the physicality. Y'all know me, but I describe a defensive back. I don't care if it's safety, nickel, whoever. If you physical, you play for the Detroit Lions. And that's just the way I love about the secondary. A lot of people, if I can put a little disclaimer on it, on one little thing, Daryl talked about the injuries with Ennis. I want the fan base to be excited about every pick they made in this draft, including Vaca, because it will get to that pick in a little bit. But the point of why I'm saying this is because a lot of people might have expectations for these guys to be like the game one starters. And if you've been paying attention to your franchise and the way they've been operating literally for the last 3 or 4 years, they've been real big on letting the guy go through the learning curve and kind of letting him watch the guys in front of him. And then if injuries happen or they feel like the play isn't good, they'll ease in the other guy and let him get his opportunity. I don't think they like to rush guys in. And that could be the case for both guys, because if you're sitting in the middle of the 20s to the end of the 20s, you're pretty much talking about a second-round pick. And then you take another really good corner at the very tail end of it as a second-round pick. You basically saying, hey, we going to let these guys go through the learning curve. We going to put 2 veterans out there that's going to push these guys to be hungry or get out there and really play hard for their position. That way we can move on with these guys and never look back. You know what I'm saying? That's
most
what
definitely.
I love about those first 2 hits, because it was aggressive.
But one of the things I wanted to say too, man, before I was having those technical difficulties, is that it just added so much more depth at corner for us, because you got to understand, this is a very, very long season. When you look at preseason, you look at the regular season, you look at the playoffs, and now, we have Carlton Davis, you got Amik Robinson, you got Arnold, you got Rakestraw, Emmanuel Mosley's going to come back from injury. You still got Kendall Vildor. Like, it adds so much depth for us, because, again, imagine not having these 2 guys and then one of our starters go down. Now we put Kendall Vildor back in the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't ideal. So, like, it just put so much more depth for us, and I really think that was dope. He really attacked the area where we absolutely needed.
Most definitely. Listen, you guys stay busy in these chat group. I want to give some shout outs. Lions Talk, what up, man? Fred A.
That's my boy Micro Mike. What up?
Yes, sir. Yvette. Hi, sweetie. Cass ain't the only one that's here, baby.
Hey, man, that's my mama. Relax.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
But yeah, I can agree. And I think that's a lot of people's assertion with these 2 cornerbacks, is the fact that they're depth pieces, as well as they're not in a position, like I said earlier, that they got to come in right away and get exposed if need be. They got a chance to learn, and like you said, Aaron Glenn, he got some weapons now. He can do some things. So most definitely going to be looking forward to what these guys going to do. Now, third day, I got to admit, the first 2 days wore us out, man. So we had to stay at home the third day. Unfortunately, even though
at home was a geriatric day, you had to soak.
It was, man, listen, I'm sorry. I was anticipating doing it for all 3 days, but the body just would not hold up. So we went hard the first 2 days with the eats, with the dillies. And I would say this, that we did pre-game and post-game, because the food and the drinks inside of it, of course they charge you like they would charge you in the stadium, man. It was $15 for a beer. Oh my God.
Man, listen.
Dilly. the food was pretty decent, man. And shout out to all the vendors that was there. They were local vendors, so we had to support. Even if it was a little more pricey than what we usually would pay, we still wanted to show some support, man. So definitely, it was worth the experience. Kind of hurt your pockets a little bit, but like I said, if you were prepared, like we were, like I said, I had to spark up the grill, man. We had the dogs and the burgers and the brats, man, and the hot sausage going on. The dilly was flowing. Yeah. It was a good tailgating going on, man, and it culminated Friday night. Saturday, I know we sat in our respective locations and watched the rest of the draft on that day. Now, if any of you guys was there on Saturday, please let us know. And you can also give us that experience. You're more than welcome to come in and let us know. But we're going to get back a little bit to this, talk about this draft. Now, we didn't have a third round pick, but we went into the fourth round, of course. And with that, we end up getting, offensive line, some would say monster, and Giovanni Manu. Now, of course, this guy, he's not from the States. He's from the British Columbia. So he didn't play his ball here. But, from the film, from what you could see, the guy got some upside. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a little lost for words because, somebody that ain't been here since,
man, listen,
a turn of the century.
Let me take my glasses.
Oh,
that's
God.
dog. Okay.
Yeah. I came right at the right time because y'all need some real talk because he was about to blow some air up y'all butts with that Gianna new BS. British Columbia. Okay, go ahead. Before
the hater and give his hate degree, I'm going to let you guys give y'all takes on this pick. So I'm gonna start with you, DC. DC, what you feel about this pick, fourth round pick by the Lions, Giovanni Manu?
I'll be honest, man. I was not expecting it, man. I was just shocked. I mean, a lot of people was not expecting this type of pick. Man, I looked at the highlights of this guy. I mean, that's a big boy. That is a big boy. Now, that's the difference. Like me and Cass was talking about earlier. It's a difference when you play out in Canada versus you're going to be playing in the NFL. It's a totally difference. So, I mean, I have to. It's nice to know with the highlights what you did in Canada, but you coming to the NFL now. Let's see, can you translate what you did in Canada? Can you translate that here in this NFL? This remains to be seen, but I don't have an issue with it, but I need to see it in this NFL run.
Wise man, what's your feel about it?
At first, I'm like, who is this guy? Then I had to go and, really look at some film of him. So that's all I was kind of doing today is my homework on this dude. And I see a big athlete, man. This dude is 6'8", 350 pounds, and he ran a 4.9 40. That's moving for a big fella. You know what I'm saying? I played football for pretty much my whole entire life. So I know a man moving that big, moving that fast and that big, he could be a problem. And look, again, he was playing against JV talent, right? But even if he doesn't work out at tackle, it's somebody you can develop it even to be a guard, if you will, because again, he's protected if he's playing guard. If he can't, get with those NFL, defensive ends because they're too fast and too whatever. But I like the pick, man. Again, he's a raw talent. You're gonna have to develop him, and I like the pick. I'm not too mad about it. Again, a pick of need, depth.
Norman J, man, what's your feel?
You know what? First of all, I call him Baby Stewart because that's the first thing that came to my mind. They probably similar lineage, but different upbringings and backgrounds. When I look at this guy, bro, it's like he has so much control of his frame. When you look at him like as a big 2 or 320 guy that's 6'7", 6'8", but he's actually 6'8", 350 pounds. A roughly guy, and it's the level of control he has. Now, it still has to show in the NFL level. But the thing about it, man, one thing I know about football, you either got it in you, or you don't. When I look at him, this looks like a guy who has it in. I don't think this is like Obina Eze, a former UDFA we brought here before, where he just was mistake prone. This is a guy that when he out there, he knows exactly what he about to do.
Physical,
you know what I'm saying? I don't care what league it is. And I feel like 2 years from now, behind Decker, Hank Fraley, Frank Radnow, Sewell, even Glasgow to a certain. I think you got some guys in there that he's going to really learn from, and we'll see in 2 years because he looks so gifted and so physically talented. And going to a school like that, he's probably very smart. This dude may have the opportunity where it may not matter which side of tackle he line up. He could probably be the future right tackle, or he could probably play left tackle if need be. If he works out, he's as good as we think he can be. Because the talent. One thing I know about Brad Holmes, your first pick defines a lot about what you go for. You took a guy like Sewell, who was 20 years old, and came in and dealt with some of the most weirdest situations for any rookie that we ever seen. Coming in, missing a year of college, on top of that, having to run back to the left side at the very last minute after practicing right tackle, and he did just fine playing it the whole season until Decker got back. So that clearly tells me Brad Holmes, like we said about his secondary, the receivers he looks at, that he has a type, and that's why I think that this guy may have a chance. I'm not going to say I'm surprised by the move, because although William Mary, I know he got Kobe Sorsdal last year. That was kind of a weird school. He got a guy out late rounds. To me, he's also very talented and had his rough moments. I think that's why I said it's a couple-year process to kind of transition. But I feel confident about what he could be in the near future, potentially.
Yeah, I can contest to that. I think this pick, it's not a high risk pick. You got a guy with size, speed, athleticism. Like I say, he's a ball player. If you see him, he's built right. You know what I'm saying? So, to be able to get a guy that can sit back and learn is definitely a plus. In this organization. So it's go ahead. No,
I'm sorry. No, I'm just gonna say real quick. There were some people that complained about him and the Nets pick. I ain't gonna jump too much on the Nets pick. Yeah, I'm gonna because I know Big A gotta say his thing. Honestly, sometimes the way the draft works, people, when you trade future picks back to get a project player, the point is because you see something with that guy that's gonna come to you in the long term. You can't get all emotional thinking somebody was supposed to go in the 6th round, because rumor has it that Cal, we're looking at him too. And the Cal, love their offensive lineman. So they had their eye on him. Just like y'all said last year with Jack Campbell, y'all had to trust Brad Holmes and why he may have made that move to trade that future 3rd round pick to go back into the 4th round to get this guy. Because God forbid he does, like I say, work out a couple years from now, y'all will be doing what? Praising Brad Holmes like he's a god. So
hey, man,
don't say
pork and let Brad cook. Eat whatever the hell he wants.
But we got okay, but we gotta let the real be the real. Cause Big A, he want to get something off his chest, man. You said that he's been waiting patiently.
Hey, look,
so we gonna let we gonna let him give his take and get his spiel in on. If you want to, because you just came in late. If you want to go through the lineup, because we're just at the the 3rd one. So if you want to get the lineup from the the 1st, 2nd, the 4th pick, go ahead, get your spiel in. You've been gone for a while, so people ain't heard from you. So go ahead, man. It's your world, Big A. We just here to listen, brother. Go ahead.
All right, I just want to say, Nomas and Big Willie talked me into it. We got the second coming to Trent Williams. We drafted him in the 4th round from the British of Columbia. Nomas done compared this man to Penei Sewell. You know what I'm saying? Like they talked me off the ledge. First of all, Nomas, don't you ever put Giovanni Manu in the same conversation as Penei Sewell.
No, sir, not at all.
This is my thing.
Crazy.
This is my thing right here. Listen, like everybody keep talking about that 40, right? My thing about it, we've seen this many times of where guys run 40s in their comfortable environment when they do their pro days, and it's not the same when you run that official 40 at the NFL Combine, right? My thing about it is, hey, I'm not gonna sit up here and say, hey, like dude can't be, like he can't be something. But I sure ain't finna, like what Nomas just did, compare this man with no Penei Sewell, bro. Once again, my thing about this, bro, is I know a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but level of competition does matter, dog. Yeah. Like I say, man, you didn't see that man go up against not one defensive end that had any legitimate size that posed any type of threat.
But he did what he's supposed to do. He was bullying people.
I can get that. I can get that. But what's gonna happen when you get hit in that jaw? I take it back to Tyson. Tyson was knocking everybody out. But when he took somebody that could take one of his punches, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Like,
man, that was cocaine. They ain't had nothing to do with that.
That's what I'm saying, though. Buster Douglas can take that left hook, and Tyson was in a world full of trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing about it, bro. And it's like, I don't want to come off as a hater, but I ain't about to, like I say, we like, I ain't finna be like, oh, we just found this gym, you know, from British Columbia. Like, this guy finna just come in here and, you know, he finna start mauling over dudes or whatever the case is. I think it's one of those things, like, let's not get to drinking the Kool-Aid, man. Call it what it is. Let's see what happens.
Big A, let me just say this real quick, bro.
Go ahead.
He's a project. Brad Holmes even came out and said it. Look, he's a project. He has great intangibles. He has great upside. If he pans out, then Brad Holmes looks like the best GM to ever fucking live. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't pan out, it's a 4th round draft. Typically, they don't make the roster no way.
But that you saying what I'm saying, but what I'm talking about is people talking like we just drafted the incredible.
Because if he works out, then it's a win-win. You to be that size and to move the way that kid can move. And he got attitude, like, bro, like, what more you want?
Hey, and Willie know where I'm finna go, because me and him kind of had a conversation about this also, right? And that type of thinking is also what got the Pistons in the position where they said, hey, this kid got some great upside. Let's take this guy over proven dudes. Oh, you know what? He's this, he's that. He played this level of competition. And i.e., that's when y'all end up with a Killian Hayes.
Hey, my man, has Brad let you down thus far?
I ain't gonna say all the pictures.
Then relax, man.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying I ain't about to sit up like this man walking on water and like this whole thing with Giovanni Manu was this, and that. Like, no, and this the thing about it also. If Homeboy was really something about it, if he was something, you would have heard something about him, bro. Like,
it's in British Columbia, Canada, bro. What Canada stations you got on your TV?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So don't be talking about, oh, this guy's a dog. He run a 4.9 and a 40. Get out of here. He ain't running no legitimate 4.9 and no 40. Like, no, I don't believe it. Get out of here. I ain't believing it. I ain't believing it.
Now, I need.
Hey, listen. And then this is another thing. Like I say, people just so hyped about his size. Oh, he this, he that, and like, hey, I was wanting to tell people about Mekhi Becton like a couple years ago. How they was all ooh and ahhing over his size and his 40. And I'm like, really? Where is he getting tested at over there in North Carolina State? I look at him, the man was about to sign a 1-year deal just to kind of try to stay on the team.
Yeah, but you also got to realize, but you also got to realize this, like you said, it's the position. And now, if this was one, I can get what you're saying. If he went like second or third, then yeah, your point would be more valid with it. But the fact that you got him in the middle of the draft, it's a low risk, high reward type of pick. Low risk is you only gave up a 4th round pick. High risk, high reward is you got your future bookends with Manu and Sewell, and that's why I think people are looking at with the potential. Like we already know, it's everything right now with all these picks are potential. We don't know. We just got to trust the fact that over the past 2 or 3 years, the process have shown to be favorable for the Detroit Lions with the players that they've brought in. Now, Big A, you spoke on Manu, but I want you to go ahead and talk about the first 2 picks because you didn't give us your feelings about how you felt about them because you were screaming in my ear. We need to go defense. We better go on. So go ahead and get your takes on those.
Is that Snoop Dogg?
I like the first 2 picks because my thing about it is the one thing that I've been griping on is we've been going offense the last like 4 years, like just offense. And then my thing about it, the minute that the defense struggle, you got people screaming, fire Aaron Glenn. Like, get this man some dogs, man. Like, I was happy about the first 2 picks. I mean, we most definitely addressed the need that we needed, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, these corners that we brought in, like, once again was other people's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep bringing in corners where guys are finished on teams, and like I said, those contracts ain't really, about nothing. But I like the first 2 picks.
For sure, we appreciate that. We got Real Zeb Culture in the building. Finally made his way through. Listen, he was rocking with us too both of the days. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to go ahead, first off, give the people your experience being down there Thursday and Friday, and then also go ahead and give us your spiel on. Right now we're at the first 3 picks. So go ahead, give your experience, and then give us your takes on the first 3 picks of the draft by the Lions. Let us know how you feel. So go ahead, Zeb.
First of all, I want to shout out my city, man. We definitely represented. We showed up well. We ain't had no problems. We ain't had no issues. The way our leaders had everything organized as far as how they structured the whole draft process, how they structured the streets, the security, the cleaning crews, everything that had to do with putting on that event, man. Shout out to them, man. It's no wonder why we broke the record, man, because we Detroit, that's what we do. We come through, we show out. I'm just glad that we ain't had no problems down there. So shout out to my city first and foremost. The experience was dope, though. It was crowded. It wasn't unbearably crowded, but it was crowded. It was super crowded. You saw a mix of everything. You saw people from all over the country there. We saw a lot of familiar faces. The food was decent, a little pricey, but it's cool. We ain't gonna trip about that. Shout out to y'all boys, had the grill fired up though.
Of course.
What's up, Cass?
What up, though, my boy? You all right?
Chilling. But the experience was dope. Other than the standing part, man, my heels was on fire, bro. Like, and we did 2 days, man. My heels was on fire, and I wasn't even out there as long as y'all was, so I already know how y'all boys was feeling.
Boy, feet soaking. You hear me?
Man, my heels just not kind of recovering a little bit. But as far as the draft, man, double down on the cornerback room. We gonna, on the positive side, I think the competition is gonna breed some real dogs out that room. I think it's gonna come to the point where it don't matter who on the field, we're gonna be good as far as the secondary. I'm still a little on the fence about doubling down on corner. I understand it was a huge hole for us, and I can appreciate them, cementing that position and basically saying like the cornerbacks, there's never going to be an issue for us again. You know what I'm saying? For the near future, for as long as this regime is around, with as much talent as in that cornerback room, like it that should be able to spill over for years and years to come. That's if these guys pan out, because you just never know with guys. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. But I'm still a little salty, man. I wanted a big fella on the outside on the offense. I feel like Jared still need that reliable target. I felt like he's most comfortable with J-Ray last season. I felt like whenever we needed a big third down, I think the whole J-Ray thing is getting overlooked. I feel like we overlooking that man. He had those drops in the championship game when it count, and I can get that argument, but I'm also a firm believer that without J-Ray, we wouldn't have been there in the first place, because it was countless third downs where he came through in possessions where we're used to those possessions being over with. Whether that's a 3 and out or just a short possession period, we're used to those possessions being over. He extended possessions in a lot of games, bro, and I don't think that should be overlooked. And then too, like let's not take for granted his relationship with Jared. Like, if we go Jared Red Goff, like, you got to understand, J-Ray was a huge part of Jared Red Goff, whether we want to understand that or not. So we still gonna need a big X. We're gonna need somebody on the outside that can catch those balls across the middle, those third down, big time catches, those contested catches. We gonna need that. And I'm still not sold at edge rusher. I think the interior offensive line, I think we're okay for now. But I think everybody know it's kind of temporary. With we got 3 guys that's shaky on that line, and then the other 2 old. So it's like, I mean, outside of Panay, excuse me. But I don't know, man. So I'm okay with the offensive line right now. I'm good with the cornerback room, but I still want an X receiver, and I still need a pass rusher, man. Somebody got to get after it. But I ran into James Houston last night at the SneakerCon. Exclusive. This is exclusive information. And I talked to James Houston, and I was telling him, like, everybody's saying, like, what we gonna do on first and second down? We need a pass rusher. And I'm like, my boy, he can hold up them big fellas on first and second down as well. He said he built for that. He not just you feel me? He not just NASCAR package type of pass rusher. He's saying he could be an all down back. So I mean all down edge. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what James Houston can do, because I'm still, to me, that's the hole in the X receiver too. But I digress.
Oh, look, Juan, let me talk about something real quick before we move on. Just real quick.
Sir.
With the whole Ray, with the situation with Reynolds, is that you can't get another receiver that's big like Amon-Ra, if you will. You know what I'm saying? You gotta it's time to take the training wheels off of J-Mo. Is he your guy or isn't he your guy? Because J-Mo realistically is coming into a contract year. So you can't grab another receiver that's going to take focus off of him and put him further down the depth chart. That's why they had to let him go. That's why they had to let Marvin Jones go. That's why they didn't address the receiver room for real. You know, they picked up some undrafted free agents or what have you. But now you got to see if J-Mo is your guy. If J-Mo go out there and he lays the egg, which I hope he not, because I'm a big J-Mo fan. But if he goes out there and lay an egg, then cool. Guess what? You ain't got to pay him next year or the year after. You know what I'm saying? But if he goes in there and he's that dog that we drafted him to be and we traded up to get him at 12, then it's all worth it, right? Because now we can go ahead and get him whatever contract he needs. But again, adding a receiver that's going to take the ball out of his hand, that's going to stifle his development, and we can't afford to do that.
No, but I would say this, though. I would say this before y'all say that. You're comfortable. You're telling me.
I'm not, because I still feel like
let me
because
finish.
if J-Mo go down or Saint go down, we fuck.
But I think that's where I'm getting to. You're comfortable with sending him across the middle, catching a lot of those balls that we was asking J-Ray to catch. You want J-Mo doing that?
He got to do it. You're a 12.
No, he won't.
But y'all also got to remember, we did also got someone in a similar mode of of DPJ, and he's going to be having an extended role. So, like you said, I kind of agree with both of what you guys are saying, Wiseman and Zell. But this is one of the ones that we definitely gonna have to see. But Big A, go ahead, jump in.
But what I was gonna say, to kind of combat what you were saying, Wiseman, we can't hold up the team to say we can't bring another guy in because we don't want to stunt J-Mo's development. I mean, he done had his opportunities. Like you said, this is a contract year, man. I mean, the thing about it is, like, if he doesn't show up this year,
he
the
does.
Lions got some. Exactly. The Lions got some decisions to make because J-Mo has had every opportunity to do what he needed to do. I mean, for one, if you look at the beginning of his year, that was all J-Mo's fault with the gambling and all of that crap. So, I mean,
man, that was so like just anybody got caught up in the way they got him, bro. Like,
but this is my thing about J-Mo also. Like, look how long he's been in the league, too, man. He hasn't even added no weight to himself, like you say, to be able to go across the middle and stuff like that. So it's on him, though. It's really on him. But the thing about that, too, like, even in the draft, Zell, like, I was where you was at, too, Zell. Like, I wanted another edge rusher, but you got to look at it, dude. That first half, that second half of the first round, all the edge rushers who was worth taking was gone, was totally gone. And then once again, like I say, we can't continue to go offense, and then want the defense to keep, like, the dude, though. If you look at in the playoffs, dude, as much like yardage we gave up, and they had to address that second, bro. They had to.
Okay.
And
Which they
defense,
did.
Yeah, the defense still needs a lot more. Like you say, you need an edge rusher. We need some backers. I mean, it's a lot more stuff that they still need up there. So
yeah, but but we gotta also know that we're not going to get it all in one swoop. We gotta
Right,
let this
right.
thing build and let it progress. And the main thing they did in the first 2 rounds was address what everybody was saying we were in the dire need of, and was to help solidify that secondary. Now with this next pick, we still got to talk about these draftees. Now the next pick, this one is a kind of little a little different, because when when he was announced as a safety, but when you get the information, the information is
as a running back.
they was saying that he may come in as a running back, but it's either or. However you're going to be, Giovanni Manu was a 4th pick in the 4th round that the Lions have selected out of Utah. Now, Zay, I want you to give your spiel on how you felt in regards to this pick.
Sian Vaki.
Yeah, Siani Vaki. You got to
I
mix
clicked the
up.
wrong. No, I hit the wrong click. There we go. Siani Vaki. I'm sorry.
Vaki. I just found out that Vaki actually took 2 years off from high school, so he's a little older than the average prospect. Also, what's crazy is I watched his running back tape, and he is a natural runner. He's very instinctual. He runs hard. He doesn't have long speed, but he has like quick bursts. He's not super twitchy, but he can burst. He has an explosiveness about him. As a runner, he didn't look bad. But I like his defensive back work. I like his footwork. I like the way he flipped his hips. I like how he exploded out the break. I actually like him better as a special teams phenom. I feel like, and then I feel like
There it is.
he can.
There
I
it
feel
is.
like he can
Yep.
also give you roster flexibility, because he's technically Will Harris and what's our third our running back, our third back,
Craig Reynolds.
and Reynolds and Craig
Craig
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
He's actually those guys combined. So just having him, you can get rid of one. You can get rid of both of those guys and replace 2 with 1, which gives you extra roster flexibility to help you out in other rooms where you may need help. But I feel like he could be a special teams ace for sure.
Absolutely.
I think that was a key. What you said there, DC. What you feeling?
Hey, you know what? Zell was right on everything, spot on what he was saying. Like, I'm gonna say this. You know who he kind of remind me of? I know y'all Michigan guys, y'all gonna remember this. He kind of somewhat. I'm not gonna compare him to this guy. He used to play for y'all school, Jabril Peppers. How he was versatile, played in the running back, and how he played defense. I'm not because y'all got Jabril Peppers how he was.
You speak on his versatility. I get you. He's not Jabril Peppers, but the versatility of how Jabril Peppers works, we get it.
Right, exactly. But
He's not smooth like Pep though.
Right.
He said
But-
though.
But again, you could, like you said, Zell, you could put definitely be a perfect fit on the special teams. Now in this situation, you might could put him like Ben Johnson might dial up a play, put him in a wildcat, a play or something. You know what I'm saying? What gives like defense gonna key in on gives. Now you got Vaki out there that he can. Could get open, get a little check down, get a little first downs, and move the chains, get it forward. Because the defense, they're going to key in on stopping gives. You know what I'm saying? Key in of, you see David Montgomery, they're going to think they're going to, run the ball. Dump it all to him. Ben Johnson might dial a play up for him. You know what I'm saying? So having Vaki out there, the versatility, you can put him in a position, offensively that can help this offense keep flowing. And defensively, you can put him in a nickel package. You could put him, somewhere that can, help this defense. It's like you said, it's another part, the depth of this, on our defense, especially with the secondary. So I love this. I love this pick that Brad Holmes did. With you put Vaki in these situations that he can help this team to be better. Like I said, special teams would be a perfect fit for him. You might could put him as a kick returner or a punt return. So let's see how it goes.
Big A, what you feeling?
Well, before when the pick came and they were saying he was a safety, I'm like, because me and Big Willie was talking about, I was like, dude, they're saying he's running back, but they announced him as a safety. I'm like, okay. But then when you hear the reports that coming out that he's going to be a running back, I'm like, dude, I don't know. Because to me, I'm looking at the value that was kind of still on the board, right? I'm looking at like, okay, we bringing this guy as a running back, and I kind of know a guy, man. A dude that's a workhorse. I'm looking more at the Braylon Allen type. You know what I'm saying? And so, to me, it's one of those picks. Like I said, I'm gonna just kind of see what happened with it. Like if they bring him in as a running back, just gonna kind of see how it's gonna happen. But I was more like, when I heard the running back part, I'm like, okay, why not bring in the Braylon Allen guy, a guy that we know that's a workhorse? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get him for cheap. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, with those picks, it was, to me, it was, yeah. When I heard him say, I said cool, but then when the running back thing came in, it made you think. But like I said, this is another one of those moments of, gotta trust that, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and those guys did their due diligence. And like I said, we just gotta wait and see. So, that's what that one of them picks is. We're gonna wait and see whether he gonna be productive on defense or offense. But they're saying, he said, listen, I'm gonna play anywhere. It don't matter wherever you want me to play it. I'm gonna play it offensive, defensive, special teams. I'm gonna be that guy. So he could be that utility guy. There's nothing wrong with having a utility guy on your team.
But you know what that kind of reminds me of too, Big Willie? He kind of put me in that same mind frame of like Rodrigo, man. The same thing you
ready to say
you're
that.
Hearing about you hearing about it like with Rodrigo, but my thing about that, it was like Rodrigo got lost in the sauce, man. Like,
yeah, but like I said, we still need to have quality special team guys too. So we got to think about that too, because that's a part of the game too. Especially now that they're about to change the special team rules. Think about that.
That's a good point.
Think about that.
I get that, but my thing is, if they bringing him in as a running back, what did you see in him that you ain't see in Braylon Allen?
I just think a
dude that's averaging.
Go ahead, Wise man.
Go ahead, Wise.
I just really see a Swiss Army knife, man, because now adding depth at one position, you add depth at like 4 different positions. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just grabbing a running back that only can play running back, now you got a guy that can play running back. You got a guy that can play safety. You got a guy that can return kicks. You got a guy that can go down there and knock somebody's shit loose on kickoff.
Receiver too.
Exactly. So again, you added an athlete that can do multiple things for you, just like a Rodrigo, right? So Rodrigo was just our linebacker, but once Kabinda went down, you put him at fullback. He's the guy that like contact and shit. A linebacker ain't nothing but a fullback anyway, so you gonna put him in where he can excel.
It's a security blanket kind of pick.
It's a great pick because again, he's pretty damn good at everything he does. He's a pretty damn good running back. He's a pretty damn good safety, and he can return kicks and he can go down there on kickoff. Man, I think it's a home run right there. And especially when we got him at the 4th round, like.
Hey, Big A, I'll tell you what, Big A, he was giving Caleb Williams some fits.
Okay,
USC couldn't mess with Utah these last couple years.
Dude can cover, dude get picks, dude get sacks. Like, what more do you want? And then he's aggressive as hell at his position. Like, and again, instead of getting one pick, like you said, with my man Edwards, now you got one dude that can do 5 things instead of one guy can only do one thing.
But we gotta also be realistic though, too, man. Like in NFL, man, dudes ain't hopping from offense. So that whole he gonna play running back and safety, that ain't happening.
Why ain't it? Is Rodrigo not playing linebacker and fullback?
Man, Rodrigo playing where he can get fit in because
but
like
is he not?
That's the same thing, right?
It's the same thing, bro.
What I'm saying is Rodrigo, like the situation, my thing with Rodrigo, like he had that splash when he first came in or whatever the case is, and it was like, but once again, his size and everything, he can't hold up as a every down linebacker in the league.
But now you got an athlete that just don't got one trick, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got multiple people in one person. So it's like, look, I could put this guy on the field and I know he's going to be great at whatever he does. He's going to make a play. He's not a liability nowhere.
And the main thing, you got to say.
He just said it.
Go ahead.
He just said it. You just said he's not going to be a liability no more. I was about to say he's a luxury pick. Meaning, if he don't give you nothing, cool. But he going to give you bonuses. He going to give you sprinkled bonuses all over the place. You know what I'm saying? He going to give you a little bit of, potentially. Yeah. But see, a kid like that, he going to find his way on the field, bro.
Listen.
That's just how he wired. He gonna find his way on the field. You got to think he took 2 years off out of high school. He still made his way back to the NFL draft, 4th round pick. He took 2 years off after high school, bro. He's a football player. He's wired that way. He gonna make shit shake. Period. He gonna get on the field, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and it's probably a little bit of hopping a little bit ahead of time, but I'm gonna tell you who really is gonna be that guy that we got late, and as an undrafted free agent, is gonna be Isaiah Williams. Watch what I tell you.
I like that.
That's a possibility.
Watch what I tell you. Now listen, we talking about somebody who played quarterback, who receiver, punt return, kick returner. Listen, understand this. Was second in the Big Ten in receiving yards behind who? Only Marvin Harrison Jr. And he only 5'10", bro. Only 5'10".
Listen.
Now you talking about somebody who? Watch what I tell you.
I don't know.
Listen, I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad at it, but we gotta go.
Tell you.
We gotta go back to one of the guys that we did draft. So next up, we gotta go back to the defensive side. Well, potentially stay on the defensive side because we got a guy that's going back and forth. But this one kind of addressed that DN depth or defensive tackle, defensive line depth. Well, Mekhi Wingo. So, but he could play inside and outside. He's kind of undersized, which is the reason why he, went the 6th round. But he has it to where he's not we don't need him to be that everyday down guy. But if he could fit in that mold to relieve a Hutchinson or relieve a Houston and come in and get the spot duties or relieve one of them guys on the line, be that utility guy on the line, this definitely could be a steal in the draft. So, Big A, I want you to speak on this one. How you feel about, this pick coming in?
Okay, like I said, with Mekhi Wingo, the thing, that's what I kind of look at. He's going to have to be like that tweener because I don't see him really holding up at 280 in the middle of the line, right? But with him, if he can just kind of translate what he did from college to the Lions, it's going to be good because, honestly, he benefited a lot, with Harold Perkins over there just taking all the attention, you know what I'm saying? So if he could do the same thing over here, with the Lions, it'd be a good pickup. I just can't really see him really sticking in that middle like that, though. If he could put on some more weight, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that 280 and then only being 6'2", 6'3".
But I would believe that's another project guy. Like you said, to have him
build
build on some more that weight, being at that, that's definitely more project guy. Wise man, what's your take?
I think Big A hater, bro. He finds something wrong with everything we do, bro. And again, you gotta let Brad cook, man. You got a quality defensive tackle that can potentially play outside as well. Again, you got him in the 6th round. We ain't expecting this guy to come in to be Aaron Donald 2.0, but he built like him. You know what I'm saying? So if he got that work ethic, if he put some dog behind him, which I think he already has that dog in him, I think, again, it's a developmental piece. And again, we're okay there, and we're just adding depth, especially with a 6th round pick. If he, grows into whatever he's supposed to be and be magnificent to hell, it's a home run. If not, it's a 6th round pick.
You just said the same thing I said. You just mixed it up a little.
I didn't really, but you was just like, yeah, he's all right.
But this what it is. This what it is. No, this what it is, Wise man. This what it is, Wise man. You're an optimist and he's a pessimist. So you see it half empty, he see it half full. That's what it is.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. He said the same thing I said.
Listen, to an extent, bro, but it's just like every time you say something, fuck that guy, man. I don't like nothing that he does.
This one keep getting me with y'all, man. Y'all keep saying, he got the build of this guy. He got the build of this guy. Harold might have had the same build as Jordan too, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I don't care about the build, bro. Like I said, my thing about it is, like I said, I'm just being realistic. Like 280, 6'2", that's kind of small to really think, you're gonna be a 3 technique or nose, in the league. So that's why I say he's gonna be kind of like that tweener. But I said if he can keep up the same production what he did at LSU, because like I said, you watch LSU, all protection was rolled to Harold Perkins. You know what I'm saying? So Those other guys, you pretty much saw one-on-ones. So if he could take advantage of the one-on-ones that he's going to see, I can see him being productive. But he going to have to put some weight on it, especially if he's going to be in the middle of that line.
Okay, I just can't wait to hear what you got to say about the next pick. That's all.
We gonna get there, but we gotta get these other guys' opinions. Nomas J, man, what was your feel about Wingo, brother?
My feeling about Wingo is that he's pretty much, until we see what he further is. I do agree with both Cass and Big A about what he is right now. But at the very best, if he do make the roster, he's a gadget rusher. Somebody you can stick out there on those third and longs, getting the ears back and help get at the quarterback. That's at the very least where he can come in and contribute. I don't think they're asking him to come in and get the full, responsibilities as a 3-tech, 100 be all 4 downs. They just ask him to come in and be a weapon on the D-line, on the defense front. So I think I'm fine with that. If he makes the roster or not, it is what it is. You still got a couple guys in question that we got from the last couple drafts anyway that have to show up as well. So I'm not pinning it all on him to obviously be that guy. But if he can come in and let's say he is fortunate enough to get you a sack, because Aiden is beating ass and Houston out there putting in work and Lee McNeil and DJ Reader, you put him out there and replacing one of those guys, he probably could get past the blocker because it ain't always about your size. It's about your moves. It's about how fast, how strong you are. You can be 280, but you can put somebody that's 350 on their ass. You got defensive backs in this league that are 5'8" that can knock tight ends over like they're nothing. So at the end of the day, it's about, like I said earlier, you got the dog. And as far as Vaki go, Vaki, to me, no matter, he can also catch. So either way, so he's the guy who can probably pick the ball up. It'll give you a good catch, from Jack Fox on special teams as well. Because, we ain't done it the same way since CJ Moore been gone because he got suspended. And I know we didn't do those type of plays as much on special teams. One reason because we was always winning. But it wasn't executed the same way. So with Rocky, he'll get a chance to come in and be a potential 4th-string back as well. Because the fact of the matter, if y'all remember last year, we was out at times with both our top 2 running backs. At one point we was out with both of them, and it was just Craig Reynolds and another guy, man, I can't even think of. So at the very least, he feels that depth role. But if you lose a guy and Reynolds is next, because you lose the top 2 guys, you still got Vaki behind him, and Reynolds playing the game for you. So you at least have depth there. That's the whole point, was to protect themselves from injuries in this draft. From the O-line, where we saw a lot of injuries from the interior especially, as well as the secondary. As y'all know, we saw a lot of injuries there. And the running back room has been in and out too. The only thing that has survived for the most part is the receiver room. And that's knocking on wood that continues to stay the same way. So I think that's what the point was of this draft, was to get guys that they drafted versus have to go into the practice line for somebody else's practice line, bring somebody over here, and we hoping and praying we can trade for some Chase Young guy. I think that was the whole point of this draft.
Most definitely. You made some valid points there, but about them depth pieces. Real Zell, man, what's your take?
Another luxury pick. I think that was the one thing about what A was saying as far as like body type. Just because he's shaped like this or built like that, that don't mean. But that's why we always got to go back to letting Brad cook. Because the whole point is he can draft body types as long as they're dogs, as long as they're Dan Campbell type guys, as long as they're built with that grit. So it's like I can't, if I know he gonna come in and work hard and outwork the man next to him, and I know he's wired to be a dog, I actually can get him to be like those guys on the high end side. And then on the low end side, like Kat said, it's a 6th-round pick. You're not really losing. So it's really Brad just flexing for real and having fun with it. He having fun with these certain picks in these late rounds. But this the thing too, man. Going back to letting him cook. You have to give his guys 3 years, man. It's way too early for us to be talking about any of these guys. Anything we saying right now is pure speculation. It's all for shits and giggles because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what these guys gonna pan out to be, and you got to give them the 3 seasons. And I read a stat that said out of the 23 guys that this regime have drafted, 22 of them are still on the roster.
And the other one signed with San Francisco, and that's Lucas. So
signed with San Francisco, which technically means he would have been on the roster if somebody else didn't come spend more money.
So
Right.
like we said, like based off of what we've been seeing in this regime, the guys that they have, they're staying, they're being productive. Now, like you said, these later rounds is always guys that's going to be depth pieces or guys that could be potential starters going forward. Which brings us to our next draftee, the last of the six, last pick that we had in the 6th round, and Christian Mahogany. That's another big offensive lineman guy out of Boston College. Another guy that, like you said, is a luxury. You got, and my thing is this, and I spoke with Big A and I spoke with Zell in regards to, like, I'm always saying, listen, we always need to keep that offensive line rotation going. We just signed Penei Sewell to be the highest paid offensive lineman, and he's going to be a near future. The other guys, the other 4, they're on their last, you could say they're really on their last leg. And we're going to need guys that's going to be prepared to take over for those guys. We did, we drafted a couple guys last year in this draft, some big guys too, that one is going to bring us depth because, like I said, last year, how many times that we didn't have a full rotation of our offensive linemen all season because of injuries. And like I said, we got guys that's got a lot of wear and tear. So to be able to address that and see these guys, could be a rotation guys as well as could be a pivotal piece for our future. Like you said, with these picks that they have in the later rounds, it's all luxury. So it's really not like you said, to me, it's not, I can't say good came bad. It's just like, okay. It's like, you got to just be okay. Big A, you back. Oh, he left out again. So Wiseman, what's your take?
I'm back.
You back? So
I like Christian Mahogany, man. This is one of my favorite picks of the draft. This dude was a first team All ACC, so it's not like he played in a too terrible conference and he was able to hold his own. And you look at this kid's film, bro, he mauls people, man. 6'3", 325. You know what I'm saying? He won't smoke. He trying to find smoke. Like, I couldn't find no flaw. This dude was projected to be a 2nd or 3rd round draft pick, and we got him at 6. He was the 6th offensive guard, ranked 6, I should say, offensive guard in the NFL draft this season, man. And for us to get him at 6 was an absolute steal. I don't understand why he fell so far. But for Brad to figure out, like, damn, ain't nobody grabbing him. So now you get him, you get Manu, you got Skipper back. Now you can build the Great Wall of Detroit. You understand that, Big A? That means we can get on the goal line and ain't shit you can do about it. But take whatever.
I'm going to tell you why
we can point at whatever hole we decide to run in, and that shit going to be gold, bro.
Well, go ahead, Big A.
I absolutely love this pick.
Give us the scoop.
So I'm going to tell you why he failed, because he's a lineman from Boston College. Start off with.
Here you go. Here you go. See, I told you, Big A, a hater, bro.
That's why.
Wait. What's wrong with Boston College? What's wrong with Boston College?
Well, real quick, pause because.
Have you seen Boston College? Like,
I mean,
man.
One of the greatest linebackers ever came out of Boston College.
Well, but
right,
you also
Kuechly?
see his production.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see his production though, right? But this is my thing, right? With the Christian Mahogany thing, like I ain't gonna beat it up too much, but the only thing that get me with the Lions, bro, and I'm gonna say this, bro, it's just like I feel like the Lions is just allergic to drafting people from that school up the street, bro. Like you got linemen in this draft, bro. And me and you talked about this too, Willie. Like you had Keegan out there, bro. Man had 360, almost 70 pass blocking attempts, no sacks, bro. Like I just don't get it sometimes with the Lions, bro. Like I just feel like we got guys, like you have guys here, and you can see them every weekend. Like even address like center, right? I just feel like I feel like. Even in the undrafted thing, I wanted them to go after Drake Nugent, dog. Like, sign that man as an undrafted free agent. Like this man was a Remy Award finalist, and you can get him as an undrafted free agent to sit behind Ragnar for a couple years. Like, that's my hope.
Yeah, as y'all can see, Big A is a homer, guys. He
ain't about being
a bro. But this is you can't say to get a second, third round potential in the 6th round. Have you watched the film on this guy, or are we just speculating?
I'm not speculating.
And in his film, what did you see that was bad?
Huh?
In his film, what did you see that was bad?
Well, I'm not gonna say that I see anything bad, but I kind of one of my things is like I say for him, I'm not taking anything about him. Like I'm not like once again, right? This is our last pick of the draft.
All I saw was a dog whooping ass. That's all I saw every time I watched this team play.
Because you saw his good plays too. Though.
No. I actually watched him play the whole game.
Let's not act like when somebody ranking Boston College, offensive linemen in college, they saying Boston College is at the top. Come on, we not finna do that, bro. We not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't finna do that. Good God, they got Willie's boyfriend over there, you know. No, I'm sorry, he had UMass, right? Your boyfriend, Willie. Old man, they had to get kicked
He ain't
out
there
of
no
town.
more.
Oh, he got fired from there too?
I think he gone. If I'm not mistaken, I think he gone.
But no, like I said, I ain't gonna be too skeptical of the pick. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's the last pick, right? And we do, to be able to groom some guys, but I'm still gonna go to my thing. I just feeling like the Lions just be allergic to, picking from our own backyard.
Okay. All right, Zell, I need you to bring the mood back up, brother. What's your take?
Hey, man, we can't draft all the Michigan guys, and we can't draft everybody on your draft board, dog. It's 31.
We only drafted.
It's 30.
But this is my problem, Zell. We only drafted one in the last 15
Man,
years.
it's 31 other teams. Hey, you can't just go get who you want to pick a litter. Which Brad Holmes be killing me, acting like he always get the only guys that he wanted all the time. He kills me with that. He killed me with that shit.
That'd be my thing. Wiseman, Willie, and Nomas, all of them, they drink that Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah, we got the right guy that we want. Yeah.
I drink the Kool-Aid too, man. Man. But as far as Christian Mahogany, man, that boy, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I'll do respect. You go ahead. Finish your statement. I'm about
to say my boy Christian Mahogany though, man. My boy Brad Holmes, he loves shopping in the discounted injury bin, don't he? He love it, boy. He like that grandmama with the purse full of coupons and shit. That nigga he gonna bring you the bruised fruit to the register like, I need this on discount. Y'all gonna throw it away anyway. Let me get this for like a 6th round pick.
The cans with the dent in them. Yeah, I need that on.
Yeah,
I need that on the low. I need the one with the old meat sticker on it. This is about to expire. So
yeah, he like that uncle that show you all his nice shit, but then he tell you how he got the discount on it. Now this one, I got this one for the low because I knew somebody. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I fuck with Christian Mahogany. He a mauler for sure. He fits what we do, especially in the run game. Like Cass said, turn on the film, ain't nothing on the film I don't like. He got good technique. He got good footwork. He uses leverage well. He know how to use his hands. He's smart.
And he won't smoke.
And he won't all the smoke. A lot of times you get the big burly motherfuckers that don't be right up top. They might be dogs, but they might not be the most intelligent. But that kid's smart. He know what he's doing, and he's a technician too, man. It's really a Detroit Lion pick. Like, that's our type of guy. And I think him being injured was like the cherry on the top. I think it was like when they found out he was injured, like, oh yeah, he's our guy. Let's get him.
Now, I will say this though, now because he did tweet out something that now ruffled some people's feathers. So he sent out a tweet talking about, I need a Gossett Chairless jersey. Y'all heard that name?
It might have been his guy. Gossett Chairless from BC. So like that's his guy.
Yeah. So
represent his guy.
We saw how Gossett Chairless worked out here too, right?
There you go. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Big
he worked out.
Everything, bro. Like he like the fucking Grinch of the Lions, bro.
I want to set the record straight.
We did right back in that Boston College pool. Gossett Chairless worked out really great for us. Yeah, let's go right back to that pool.
So
man, that's terrible, bro.
I want to set the record. So I want to set not to cut nobody off. So I want to set the record straight real quick. I am always going to be in the middle, like I've been for the last 21 years of my life, because I ain't 31 at all. So the way I am is that I'm giving this draft a chance because it's kind of went the way I thought it should have went, and I'm just being real with you about it because the fact of the matter, I did say we were going because we're a winning team now. Supposedly, we're going to have a draft where you're investing more into the future now because, as you see, this regime refuses to pay big names outside the guys that's on their team. They not go trade capital for big name players when during the trade deadline. So they just secure the way they want to go. So I wanted them to kind of take a gamble at some of these picks they got. Now, for all we know, half these picks or more could end up on other rosters by the end of the offseason. But at the same time, I'm not going to rule them out because we say this every year, the potential, though. That's the whole point of what this regime is supposed to be doing, to change the narrative about a lot of things that we were getting tired and sick of, right? So we making them put their money where their mouth is. We can like all the players or dislike all the players all we want, but at the same time, we got to remember something. You could say you like the Tom Brady coming out the 6th round, pick 199 because you like the way he could throw the ball, you like his accuracy and this and that, third. But if something don't happen, he might have still been a backup for all you know. Same with Antonio Brown coming out of Central Michigan. Same out of several, Tyreek Hill and everybody else that's baller. They were late round guys that, hell, we even got Amon-Ra St. Brown. People love referring to him. So it's like, it is hit and miss no matter what. In any draft, I think in any sport, it's hit and miss no matter. Everything is a good idea until you see it on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned. I'm not, patting Brad Holmes on the butt. I agree that he should have went the draft sort of this way, but he still got stuff as a GM to show me. He did good signing his guys back and paying them the money first and setting us up pretty decently, but he still got to go all the way for it. But I just say this is a good starting point for me because, like I said, that J-Mo pick, I was scratching my head with that. And I still to this day scratch my head with that. I don't kill him as much as some people do because there is something called chemistry. And y'all know golf, we love golf and all that, but at the same time, golf can be, golf. So there was chemistry issues there. And when he started playing much better down the stretch, the Lions weren't giving him enough opportunities because he was balling. But they kept holding back when he was actually playing good. And I noticed that a lot with rookies 3 years they've done that with. It's like when they start playing well, you want to go away from them now. Like, what's up with that? So that was to me just as much on the Lions as you want to blame J-Mo. Because at times I felt like they put Sam Laporta in wrong spots when he could have thrived in. And that's just some things that the coaches got to fix. I don't think it's just all 100% on them. Yeah, players get coaches fired, players get GM fired, but I don't think in this situation it was all just on him.
Hold on, no. You like to do a lot of ifs in that, right?
Yeah.
If my auntie had an Adams apple, she'd be my uncle, bro. And then this the thing, bro. Jared Goff cannot throw the ball to J-Mo and go catch it for him, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop with this Jared Goff.
I understand that. I'm not baby in the dude.
Hold on. Whether you want to like it or not, I know you Stafford buddies. You know Stafford to the top of the mountain. Jared Goff has won more important games for the Detroit Lions than Matthew Stafford, bro. Y'all got to stop with that Jared Goff hate.
There's half nothing to do with that.
J-Mo has to do what J-Mo has to do, bro. It's times ball's gonna hit that boy right in the hand. You heard he was
no Diddy.
It's times like Zell was saying.
We know that, but you're talking about a dude who had no
rank.
rank.
About in the beginning of the season. This is what I'm saying, Big A. You're a bad one, Mr.
Let me finish this.
WTF, bro.
J-Mo, listen, honestly, J-Mo went across that middle, and he was looking like Terrell Owens when he saw Sean Taylor coming at him, bro.
That's Sean Taylor. All of us did that shit.
But what I'm saying, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. You drafted a number one receiver. You got to go out there and catch everything, bro. Like, I ain't putting nothing on golf with J-Mo messing up in that. Nah, man. J-Mo got to do what J-Mo got to do.
And that's why I said you cannot bring another receiver in.
You actually do
production from J-Mo because now J-Mo, it's time to grab your nuts, big dog. Pause.
He got to
grab your nuts and play football and be that number two.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just say this. From here on out, it's up to him now at this point for his development. He got to put more mass on his body. Matter of fact, him and Gibbs got to put more mass on their body because they need that. They need that mass on their shoulders and their legs, bro. And the upper biceps, they gonna need it because they smaller guys. And especially Gibbs because him being a running guy. And that's the thing about it. That is true.
when he started his first practice, you heard him. He said, "I like to play the middle." Sometimes you just got to get him back in line. Now he's saying what me and Wise was just saying.
I think gotta get back on track. He got off track a little bit, but all in all, we gotta get back on track on what was going on this past weekend, fellas, and that's the draft. So I want to get you guys final grades for this draft for this session. So I'm gonna start with you, Wiseman. What would you give the grade for this year's draft for the Lions?
I'm gonna give it a B plus. Like the bias in me wants to give it like an A- because I absolutely love what they did. But realistically speaking, B plus. I love that we addressed our biggest weakness, which was our corners. I love that we got depth on offense with Manu and Mahogany. I love the Swiss Army knife that we got in Vaki. You know what I'm saying? So, and I even like the Wingo pick. So I like what they did. I mean, granted, okay, you could have went here and there in different positions, or if would have been a fifth, that type of vibe, right? But we got who we got, and I'm okay with that. Like I watched film on all these guys, I watched games on all these guys, and I absolutely love what I saw. So
if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk right now.
Hey, right? Yeah, baby, let's go.
Hey, we know all about that. So no, Michelle, man, give me your grade, man. What's your take? What's your grade, brother?
Hey, listen, as much as I love every single last pick that he made, until next couple to almost 3 years from now, it's going to be a C plus to B minus area. I'm staying that way until I see further numbers.
All right.
And
Big A.
And Brad, we trust, boy. We still down this, man. That's crazy.
Hey.
I'm gonna go with a B. I'm gonna go with a B because, like I said, the first two picks, man, I just feel like those was like, it was like best available and it's like what we needed, right? I mean, I wish we could have got an edge rusher, but they were all gone, right? So, next best available person in position for us at that, especially that second pick, was the corner, right? So I'm gonna go with a B. I'm like B, C minus, but I'm gonna go with a B. But I'm gonna still stand on that. I think Isaiah Williams gonna be he gonna be a problem.
I like that. I love that ad. I love that.
If he get an opportunity, if he get a good opportunity, I can contest with that.
If the Lions don't do nothing with him, he gonna be a problem. He can do too much. A guy that can play quarterback, receiver, punt return, and kick return, right? He gonna be a problem.
All right, there. What's your grade, man?
Grade. I want to be tough on this one because I'm just not sure. I'm still not sold. I'm good with Terrion. I like Terrion as a player. I like Ennis as a player as well. I'm just not of the belief that the secondary was ever the issue to start with. I tell people all the time, you can have Deion Sanders and Sean Taylor and Ed Reed and Daryl Green and Nani Opsamal. You can have all them niggas back there, but if the quarterback got 40 seconds to run around and dig in his booty and smell it and check the temperature and order some DoorDash and you can't chase people around all goddamn day. They be talking about
that's true too, bro. But if you look at Builder last year, bro, like we had dudes running ass naked, pause. You had dudes running ass naked, bro. Like it's like
but that pass rush wasn't there neither, though.
It wasn't, and again, I totally get it. With a pass rush, your DBs can't cover forever, right? And I understand that wholeheartedly. But if the value,
Jeff Okudah had to learn that the hard way, right?
Okay, but then he went to the Falcons that got cooked too. So like,
but check this out though, Cass. What gave our defense the most fits last season? What was the thing that everybody hated about our defense? What was the one thing that we didn't want to see walk onto the field?
Up front.
No, I'm talking about mobile quarterbacks. Every single mobile quarterback that we came in contact with, they all shredded us. Every single one. Every single one. Justin Fields had his best games on us.
Yeah.
Lamar.
And that's been for a while now.
Gino, Lamar, name them. If he was mobile, he cooked us. So it don't matter who your corners are. Your corner's not stopping that.
We gotta
That's true.
contain. We
You
gotta
see what I'm saying?
contain.
That's
So
true.
I was never of the mindset that it was the corners. It was corners. To me, it's the pass rush.
But then think
It's-
about it too. Even when we went heavy blitz, bro, when we went man concepts and we went heavy blitz, Vildor getting smoked, Sutton getting smoked. Because now you got to send those extra guys, and they were getting home, but then you can't give up on the back end if you send them.
But honestly, too, though, Wiseman, even when we were sending them blitzes, they weren't really getting there.
But the
though.
blitzes work more than just
Man,
playing
Melo
straight up.
Farmer was
The
going crazy
blitzes
with
was
the
done out of
blitzes,
desperation.
and so was Brian Branch, bro. We was hitting home.
But now we gotta understand that why those needs were addressed. You got a healthy Alima Neal, and then you got DJ Redderwood, two guys that can get pressure and get sacks up the middle. That can also allow
Reader
the
ain't
guys
even come on.
to allow them guys to
think
get
that's-
But
contained.
you got to double them. You can't double.
You got it
everybody.
exactly. You got it. You can't double both of them.
Somebody gonna get left
And
on one.
let's be honest,
But
McNeil, he
who
was on his
gonna
way.
do
He-
something with the 1-on-1? That's the issue. You gonna get the 1-on-1, but what you gonna do with it? Because Hutch got
You
17
do
all
got
last
James
season.
Kissick in there.
But you can only do, like you said, if it's two guys getting doubled, that's two guys that got opportunities to get one.
But what two guys are going to get double?
You gotta double Gleam or you gotta double Ritter. You gonna have to double Hutch. So that means Davenport and Houston gonna have to ball out, or Ritter or McNeil gonna have to ball out. You can't double.
You
all
got
of them.
three. You got three guys that's on that line right
You
now.
got three solid linemen up front.
that is going to garner.
Reader is not a sack machine, bro.
But he
No,
garnered.
but what they
No,
saying
but
is
you're
what they
not gonna
saying
block
is
him with
he's
one
go-
person either.
he's saying that he's going to help
Thank you.
generate the sacks indirectly because of the amount of attention that
coverage
he's going to
he
garner
he's
in the
gonna
middle.
get.
But this is the problem, though. This is the problem. What y'all gotta realize, right?
Well, hold on, wait. Before we get into that, I didn't even give my grade yet. So before we get
I ain't
go
even
into that,
finished my grade.
we went off track. We gotta stay back on track. We gotta get on
I ain't
track.
even finished my grade.
Go ahead, Zell. Let's stay on
So
track.
my grade is, and because I'm a firm believer that we got to give Brad Holmes guys some time, because even the class in its entirety, you really got to give it time because half the guys be injured or coming off of injuries, so you automatically got to give them time. That's like you got to give them the first couple of months of rent free and shit because you know they ain't kind of fucked up and shit. So it's like you gotta give them some time. They got to get healthy first before we can judge them as football players. So,
Hold on, bro. You didn't have to say it like that.
Hey, he did, bro.
but so my point is I can't grade this draft class in for at least another 3 years. So what I'm gonna get this one is an incomplete, but I'm optimistic
You
that
you
it's gonna
teacher
turn
I
out to
hated
be
in-
a
You,
But look,
that
I'm
teacher I
optimistic.
hated in school. You know why? Because you that one
Yeah.
teacher that well, you know, you had that grading scale like, well, he's here, but he has potential to be here. What is the
Yeah.
grade? Is that a C? Is that a
this
B?
see
Tell
this
me
right
the
here.
grade
This
that
the parent. This the
I need to know whether is he gonna get a whooping for having a D, or is he gonna get some ice cream for getting a B?
But
That's
see,
what I need.
that's
to
why
know.
that's why we right here. We in the parent teacher conference right now talking about it. So I'm gonna give your son incomplete,
Conference right now.
and I'm gonna give him some opportunities to get some extra credit and some bonuses in to get his grade up.
You know we have a ready to fight, yo.
Incomplete, man.
Willie, you gotta send me the part where he said, "You know they gotta hit him up because they come in all effed up." I have to post that. You gotta send me that.
I'm at the clip. Yeah, that's
You
that's a
gotta-
clip for you,
You
man.
gotta clip that, bro. Because listen, it's as funny as it is and as messed up it is, it's true. We
true.
always drafted somebody that's hurt.
Hey, everybody gets hurt, B. It's a part of football.
Listen, everybody play
Everybody
hurt, man.
gets
That's,
hurt, B.
that's the way of life. So what I'm going to do, my grade, I'm gonna give my grade. I'm gonna give it a B plus. You know, to me it went like how I expected it to go. You address the needs early, and then you go in the later rounds. You get your guys. You get the best available. I'm a trust Brad. I've been trusting him for the last couple of years. He hasn't proven to me to be. He's been more right than wrong. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt at this point always. So it's a B plus to me with the potential, like you said, given injury, could be an A. We never know. But like I said, we'll know at the next parent-teacher conference whether or not the grades went up or not. But right now he's here and he got the potential to be here. We just gotta see how these guys work. You know what I'm saying? So I got to hold off on the whoopings right now.
Yep.
But to go back on like what Zell was even talking about, even with that pass rush, right? Like we have to. I mean, we have to. It was blatantly obvious. Like no matter where Hutchinson was, the protection was flowed to his side. We have to. Like the middle ain't gonna be the problem. We gotta get something on that other side. We
But
have to.
literally nothing in this draft worth taking it outside of
No,
Jerry.
I know.
Yeah,
that. I know that.
it was like
Yeah.
so. I mean, we could have made it
Right.
reach, but like shit, would it have
But
panned
we
out or not?
but we gotta but that calls on the
Gotta
guys.
make some
that-
trades or something, bro.
Well, we don't.
have
You
to.
gotta let your coaches coach, and you gotta let these players be developed. Like you said, the same thing with J-Mo. It's the same goes with those other guys, like the Pascals and the Houstons and all those guys and the Anzarike that we drafted. Now that's the knock. If you want to knock on Brad Holmes, is up front. If you want to give him a knock,
Yeah.
those guys need
Yeah.
to be developed. Those guys need
Yeah.
to show up. They're all on proven deals right now. This is that year.
No, for sure.
For sure. So
Because that's
let
my
them
thing.
guys. Yeah, let's not go out there and go.
Listen,
No,
I
you-
know people who was
Damn.
talking that Davenport and all that. Listen, man, Davenport got pulled over here because that's a
That's
Dan
a
Campbell.
Dan Campbell guy.
that's- Yeah,
And
that's
Aaron Glenn. So yeah, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys that we're drafting, listen,
Yeah,
that's what we yearn for. We yearn to develop
You-
who we bring in. Let's let them guys. They got to prove themselves.
You know what? You made a good point now that I think about it, because all the defensive linemen as a whole, it's been underwhelming and disappointing so far.
Hey,
You gotta
yeah,
throw
Broderick-
pass. You got to throw
Broderick
pass.
Martin, all of
Broderick
them.
Martin, Pascal,
Enrique.
Come on now. But yeah,
This
that's
shit
us
can't
right
stay
there.
healthy.
That's us right there at the
Oh,
Sneaker
could
Con.
be a
We
little
had
better,
Waymo
too.
at the booth with us, tripping. That's
Okay.
one. You know, he's flying, and that's Jam Houston. He told me he coming for all that. He said he a 3-down edge, and he coming to play this season. So we gonna
Was
see,
them
James.
Was them Simpson joints on your feet?
Yeah, there was some Simpson
that
joints with a lace swap. With
You
a
know,
white
and,
lace
and,
swap.
and, and you know what? While we're on that subject, Real Zell, of course, you know, Culture Detroit is our sponsor. I want you to give the people some updates on what's going on with the stores and things going on with their culture. Give the people, you know, some intel what's going on right now.
First of all, I want to thank you for providing me with this platform to make this major announcement.
Yes, sir.
After a long and hard deliberation with the team and the staff and the city of Detroit, we will be reopening our store in the next 2 weeks. We're gonna have a grand opening on Illinois.
Hold on. Hold on. That give me a chance to get my spill. That is Culture Detroit, located on the Avenue of Fashion, Illinois, 19327 Illinois,
That's
where
right.
they buy, sell,
Hey,
consign,
Zell, he
trade,
got that
all of
tag
that.
on his lower back.
Hey, no Diddy, no Diddy.
Yeah,
No Diddy.
No love.
Official sponsor
The
of
official
DSN,
sponsor
man. So
of
y'all know what's
DSN
going on.
Detroit.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead.
but wait, there's
More.
more. So during those deliberations, you know, ideas get to flowing and possibilities and opportunities start to come around because when hard work meets preparation meets opportunity, man, you already know what's gonna happen. So in the midst of our hard work and trying to bounce back and get back for the people, we end up stumbling on a second location. Yes, Sirski. And the second location will be none other than downtown, where we done spent the last 3 days setting up.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Oh,
So we will be on Griswold and Grand River, right across the street from Prime and Proper Exhibition, directly behind the Nike stores. So we
Okay.
right there in that central. We want to make that the new Somerset of downtown Detroit, where you got the Nike store and you got us and you got Exhibition and you got H&M and you got what's
Gucci.
over there, Moose Knuckle and Gucci and Lululemon. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they
Come
just
on,
built the new
yeah.
arc. Yeah, and they just built a new arcade over there, and it's also right across the street from the new Hudson building that's going up. We 1 block away from the new Hudson building. Like I said, Prime and Proper over there. The double Coney Islands is right down the street, the Stocks building. So we trying to bring the Somerset feel to downtown, and the official second location, Culture Downtown, coming soon this summer, man. Thank you for the
God is
platform.
good, man.
God is amazing.
Good.
You know
Congratulations.
what's crazy about that? and not even for me to get on no biblical stuff, man. And the situation, with the break-ins and all of that, man. It just shows you like the bigger plans that God always had for you. Because just think about it, man. After this last break-in, the store shut down for a minute, but then y'all get to planning and, God get to dropping them seeds and watering, and look at that, man. Now you're getting another store open, dude. So, what the enemy always think he's setting for a stumbling block, God turning that into a stepping stone, man.
Every
what
time.
I'm saying?
Every
Bless
time.
That's, man.
Yeah.
Like, when stuff like that happen, dude, it just, like, on some real stuff, it just make you like, man, for people who don't believe in God, it's like, how, dude?
There it is.
How?
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy because God is everything, man.
Yeah, and
Everything,
if faith without works is dead, your guys put that work in.
That's right, man. That's a fact, man. So yeah, man, we
Record.
just happy. We just happy. We blessed, man. I've been trying to keep that under wraps, but no other place than the DSN network to let the world know what's going on.
Exactly.
All right.
Listen, fellas, we had a great show today, man. It's been a minute, man, so we had a lot to talk about because we ain't been on for a while, but it's got
Man, it feels so good to be back on this thing, bro.
it
I
felt
know,
good,
man.
and to have all the
Sure.
fellas with us, man, and
Yes, sir.
to do it at this time. Listen, this past weekend, I will have to say I'm glad I was able to experience it. This is one that I would say my bucket list as to being able to participate in the draft and to be able to have it to where we're at home in our city, man. It's just a joyous occasion, man. I was hating because I was trying to get my guy Big 80 to fly down here, man, so he can experience it.
Man.
But we gonna make this a traveling thing. We gonna find us a city to go to, and we gonna tear it up. But all in all,
I would say, man, just from a natural born Detroiter looking from far, dude, like, I couldn't have been more prouder of the city, man. Just like, because like, when it was here and when it was first announced, you see all the negative media, this and that. And now you even hear the NBA talking about throwing the All-Star game there because, like, let's be honest, man, like, you see these records that not only on the first day, the second day, the third day, breaking records, man. And listen, the one thing you got to say with no incidents.
No
None.
incidents.
None.
None.
The Undercover Boys was down there crazy.
Yes,
Boy, them-
yes, it was.
Listen, I would just say,
Wait, well, hold on.
person,
Except for that crack smoking incident we had going on. Other than that, everything was.
listen. But I'm just saying, as a person who moved from there, like I said, I'm down here in Albuquerque, man. So like to not even have like the pro teams and to be able to, like you say, that's an event you ain't gotta pay for. Like, you gotta take advantage of those things because all of y'all that's on here can literally say y'all was a part of history, dude.
Yes,
Like, this weekend went in the history books.
Thanks.
That's a fact.
Now I was going to Green Bay. Ain't nothing but
I
cows
swear-
and dairy farms down there, like,
Go ahead, Nomus.
I swear, I told you. No, I was gonna say. I swear, I was telling. I think it was Big Willie or Cash. I told. I was like, man, if I had a battery pack, I didn't prep good enough myself because I wanted to call you, at least show you as well on video call. I talk to you all the time on Instagram every now and then. So I was like, damn, I wish I could show Big A. Some one of us could do it, like just to let him see it down here, for himself. But I did think about y'all. Like, man, I feel bad for my guy. But like I said, it was such a great experience. I'm glad I was able to see it. And again, for all those who listening, I was not crying just because tears was coming down my face, and I was hissing a little bit. I was not crying. Okay,
Hey, man.
I just want to make that known, so people put narratives out there.
Hey, man, and shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us today, man. We've been at like around 230 to about 250 people watching, man. Shout out to each and every last one of you for hanging out with us tonight. We absolutely appreciate y'all. Like,
Most
100 from the heart. Thank you.
And please make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. DM everything. Listen, we love the company and we love you guys for joining us. Zell, man, you got any last words for us, brother?
Just shout out the city of Detroit, man. The fact that we was able to put on for the world without incident, and we look good, and we the envy of the country once again. Everybody want to be a Detroiter. Everybody wants some buffs. Everybody want they governor to put the buffs on, Everybody want you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be us right now. They want our rappers, they want our culture, they want everything that got to do with us. And that's all we want anyway, is to be recognized and be respected for the things that we create and the things, that we curate. So shout out our city for holding up our end of the bargain, and shout out the world. And y'all, safe travels back home to the rest of the world. To my Lions fans, man, we still here. We're gonna keep going. And to my Culture Vulture gang members,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, with that being said, listen. It's getting late. I know we done had a grateful weekend, but it's time to get back to the work week, fellas. So we go ahead and bid this adieu. And once again, listen, like I always say, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your families, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. Dynasty Sports Network, we out.
Peace out.